Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sleepy, and welcome back to Danganronpa. And I could have made the picture a little bit more nice. We are in investigation mode, because I think Kyoko is dead. Well, let's investigate. There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this... Yes, this is. It must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it open. When Akuma said the knife went all the way through the body from front to back. Does it mean this knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife, it looks really familiar. Okay, Makoto. Sometimes you are a little bit... Yeah, okay. Oh, damn it. God, I hope you did hear that. That was the biggest cough ever. Oh, damn, let me take a sip. This is getting really weird. There are just too many strange coincidences. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab the same masked attacker we found here. So, maybe this masked person got stabbed because... Kyoko. When they attacked, I was in a kind of trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife, and maybe then I... How did he stagger over here though? And I doubt that you are such a dream ninja. And if this really is Kyoko, maybe Kyoko is the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way. Knife. Oh boy. There's something. These look like fragments of something. They're all burned, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like it before. Yeah, that's a Monokuma bomb. Where? Wait. Was it there? I'll have to double check that later. Fragments near the dead body, okay. The dead body itself. If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. That sure doesn't look like Kyoko. Huh? There's something weird about the body's fingernails. Oh wait, Kyoko was wearing gloves, wasn't she? Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. They seem like they get in the way of normal activity. Okay. There's also something on the back of their right hand. Is this too? It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but it looks like it's a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before. I guess it's a wolf? Huh. Okay, let's start with here. The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet. That's because it got set on fire and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on the part that was on fire, the top half, the bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's something strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? Okay, I got this. Now this. The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burned up. There's only one little piece left. Fine, yeah. The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it, which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. Why are you telling me this? There's nothing strange about that, right? What's with that? Monokuma flower, okay. Okay. investigate the chicken coop. I remember there were some chickens in the chicken coop. I count 4 chickens. Huh? 4? In fact, there were 5 before. What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here? Of course, there were precisely 5. Not 5.5, not 4.5. Yeah, right. Huh? What's wrong? Cool, damn. There are only 4 chickens here right now. Well, you want short. That's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared.
What?
I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens there.
What?
What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world.
Conspiracy!
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. Even if a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hero and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? Chicken coop chickens has been added. Okay, other than that... Wait. Is this right? Oh, that's just one of the monitors. Okay. Let's go here. Just to be sure, I should take a look at the tool check. This room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, a pretty stereotypical tool check. Exactly. Is this a tarp? Wait. Was there a tarp in here before? I should probably look into that. It could be related to the case. No, there wasn't. Other than that, everything is the same. Okay. Yeah, that was frustrating. Choco. So, does that brush belong to whoever it is? I'm gonna look. I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore. Fine. Listen, Makoto. Do you remember how the body looked? You know, before it blew up. If I remember right, it was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently, the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Yakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting it bloody, but for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it. Yeah, that's the thing.
Okay.
Wow, thanks. That's a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better too. So thank you too. Well, yeah, that's because the body was probably carried over here in the tarp. It's 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and...
You're serious?
Well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found, I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. But the Kuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual, and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was right around 7:30. Then I headed to the gym, where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to go get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? Now then. Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9. Oh, yeah, okay. That's right, it had to be right around 9 o'clock.
You know?
Now that you mention it, I think you're right. So, I think we can say for sure the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done. That's a pretty small job. Yes, it is. It was 9 o'clock when we went to the principal's store, so probably 9:10 or something. Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you. What do you want to talk about?
So, in other words...
I'd like to hear your alibi. Alibi?
In other words...
Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking me about that now? Like, what's nighttime got to do with it?
Naturally.
Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime. How can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. Sorry, got burpy. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here.
In other words,
So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were at the gym together the entire night last night. Well, once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's rooms to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all four of us have airtight alibis. Unless you have an accomplice. But then again, this would do nothing for the accomplice, right? The only ones who don't have alibis... No, the only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko.
that's right.
And if the victim really is Kyoko, the only one without an alibi... Also, when we went to get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well.
What?
But you never came to the door. So, where precisely were you? I'm telling the truth, I wasn't in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so that's hardly an alibi. I know. So, what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? Okay. Don't think I've seen everything that's to see. Oh, wait, there's something here. The fragments laying around the body. They all oh no. I don't know what else. This thing? This is... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. The body should have been wet, like, all the time. Like, completely wet, because at 7:30 the sprinklers go off. So the body must have been carried there afterwards, right? Huh. This is the panel that controls the sprinklers. They're set to turn on at 7:30 every morning, and Monokuma said the time positively could not be changed. Huh? Hold up. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then, if the body was even fueled then, the sprinklers should have gotten wet. Which would mean the murder must have taken place... Well, the murder mustn't have taken place afterwards, but... Am I done? Okay. My radar face. Toko? Okay, no, okay. What a body exploded. It was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also there wasn't... Yeah, we know that.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so I can't I don't need to talk to everyone, right? Oh, the tarp. Wait, the tarp. Maybe I can now check out the tarp. The top is wet, and it's covered with mud and grime. But the underside, it's totally clean, completely dry. One side of the top is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. Tarp. Yeah, that's the one thing in here that concerns me. Now this should be done, right? I'm not done yet, there are other areas I need to check. Specifically that fragment I found before. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions. And I still need to find out more about Kyoko. That calls really Kyoko. That's true. Was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never that kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I could get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. The key to her room. Yeah, Byakuya.
It's all clear now.
What?
Just...
I don't have a choice. I have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key. Hey Byakuya, I want to sniff Kyoko's underwear. Could you please give me her room key? Would that be cool? I mean, she's dead anyway. She would mind, really. Yaku? If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it. Later, at the class trial. Oh no, it's not like that. We have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can take that risk. You're the prime suspect after all.
What?
Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then, will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later. We'll see. Goodbye. Depending on my mood, I may go with you, or I may not. Come back later, huh? Okay then. In the meantime, I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. Yeah, the gym, I know. Because that looks like one of these Monokuma bombs. God damn it, I hate coughing. Oh yeah. All the way down. This way? No. All the way around. I wonder if it really is Kyoko, though. No, it can't. I mean, I think the corpse... Oh, oops, it didn't. I think the corpse is Kyoko. But I don't think... And I think Mukuro Kasawa killed her and framed me, so she gets essentially two who are like everyone killed. How it works. Where is it? It's bang on the ground with it here. You can just make this man on the floor, but I figured out what this would be.
You know?
It's a bomb. Wait, does he still have it? That bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. The fragments I found in the garden. Oh, okay. God damn it, I have to drink something else. Wait a second. Oh no, oh no, I spilled a little bit of my drink, but not much. Need to get that. Where is my... There it is! Oh no, oh no, oh no. Why did it happen to me now? At all? Why ever at all? I didn't... Okay. This can go out then, and now it should be fine. Okay, I've checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden as Gaku. Really? Then let's head back to the garden and ask Gaku. Will I have to run away at some point from someone and I have to remember like the pathway that I have to take? Is that what it is? What this is training me for? Don't get me wrong, I complained last episode that the game didn't make me run everywhere, so... it's a nice change of pace. It's kind of boring if you just get teleported everywhere, I think, so... I won't complain. Oh, today my cough is really bad, I don't know why. Actually, I went correct. I thought I would take the wrong turn here. You think you can go soon, Yakuya?
Let's go.
You wanted to check here this room, right? Very well, let's go. Ah, wait for me. Yakuya walked off without a second glance, and I hurried after him on our way to the doors. This? Well then, here we go. Why is my cough getting worse today? Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole. Then... and it's open. Looks like a plank. Kyoko's room. Looks exactly like my room. So, this is Kyoko's room. There's something on the table. It's wooden block decoration.
What?
What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. The lockers that those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. Okay. I wouldn't know. I never gone to a public bathhouse. It doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya in something like that.
It's certainly possible.
But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. Dojo? Okay, so I need to go to the dojo now. He's her bed. I don't see anything interesting here, at least not as far as the case is concerned. Okay, I get it. My man. Here's the bathroom. She might have certain articles hanging out to dry and better not look inside. Okay. Was that it?
What?
You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. A clue that might help us.
Come on.
Kyoko. You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here. Sorry. Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete, something to give us some sort of direction here. Oh, I know! Earlier Kyoko gave me something. What's this?
It's true.
Oh yeah, this is why I thought she would die. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it! What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well, something has certainly happened. So open it. Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Sheets.
What?
That's all that was in there? Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets, what could it really? But something hidden under the bed sheets. Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up these sheets... What's this? I found a crumpled piece of paper. Class number 78, student registry. Mukuro Ikusawa.
I see.
It appears to be Mukuro Ikusawa's profile. Yeah, it looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she slept in the headmaster's room along with the key.
God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and... redacted. That's it.
This must be the blank that Murakami was talking about. Kyoko said that death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. Name? Mukuro Ikusawa. Sex? Female. The ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in heavy weaponry type, in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. Oh, so this is Mukuro. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she'd received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Ah, this was a tattoo. This was a tattoo of Fenrir. The ultimate soldier, the mercenary group. The world I grew up in is like a completely different dimension. It's like one's non-fiction and the other is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things, just an ordinary person. But then
I see.
I'd never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Recognize it?
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already...
Found it!
Wow, I feel like your hero is becoming a bit player, and a bit player is becoming our hero.
Oh, a bit player.
It's you.
What?
What have you got in your pretty little hand there? Oh, you found her profile.
So, what if we did?
Hey!
Don't freak
Come
out on
on
me.
now.
I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either. Even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivorous, you know.
What?
A rule violations. Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You are quite adamant about those regulations of yours.
Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself.
Oh, so you say you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course!
Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair it is. How can I?
Wait a second. God damn it. Fucking cough.
In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting?
Interesting.
It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game.
Oh no, oh.
One of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that.
Hey,
When you all first got together in the main hall back then, you know, when all were alive, everything was more or less well, and incredibly boring because nobody had killed each other now. There were 15 people there, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all.
Misunderstanding? Are you saying...
in other words...
That's right. There weren't actually 15 of you.
Yes,
The
indeed!
total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16.
16? Then...
Yukiro Ikusa, the 16th student, the one they call Watch Out for Her.
Yeah, we know that this was a thing. The 16th student, Mukuro Kusaba. She's part of the school life. So, the one making all the regulations is... Why?
Did you say something? Did you say something?
Why are you telling us this?
Oh, well, because, like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone is on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know?
Yes, indeed!
Make sense?
Well now!
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you. Revenge? I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kitty Kitty. So I'm gonna share a little secret with ya.
Seriously?
Hey,
You know how she wears those stupid gloves all day? those gloves day in, day out, all the time. Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. What? Okay. Now that's all you get.
And Monokuma's account has been added. Was she a member of Fenrir as well? And she wanted to, like, scratch off that tattoo? Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars? Wait, it's on the back of her hand. A tattoo. Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves. To hide the scars, which means those fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Huh?
What?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap?
Such ignorance.
God must have really hated you to make you so dumb. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student.
That's right.
Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules to the game. But why would he tell us that, and why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaint later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed his existence and the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mukuro is built into the case.
It's certainly
Perhaps she's the
possible.
one who killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we would have to have a class file, wouldn't it? If she is a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school's killing game. Mukuro is the killer? She killed Kyoko? Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
But, based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear now.
Mukuro Ikosaba isn't the culprit. Huh? What makes you say that? We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point.
So, in other words,
Mukuro, giving us information that would raise questions for her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense than to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it, it's definitely to seem possible, but if that's really true, if Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is? Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. Yes, sir. I should find out if that key and the dojo really are connected.
Let's go.
Well, are you coming? We are in the dojo already. They're wooden lockers here. They use wood block keys, just like at the super traditional public bathhouse. It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers.
I see.
Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right?
Very strange.
That's the one. That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key we found on that locker, right?
That's right.
Well, just try it. Okay. I took out the woodblock key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock, and click. The locker eagerly accepted the key and opened it. There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without the bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. What's the... okay. Yeah, I was about to say there's something down there. Oh, there's something else inside the locker. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what it was used for. Binds. Oh my god. Is that a blood stain?
See.
If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow, but how could it possibly be involved? Oh, was someone I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. It's something
Very
wrong.
strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps... Yeah? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location. What next location? There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Fenrir? I mean the mercenary group that Mukuro was part of. But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? We're in this school. Where in this school would you go to do research or something? Research? Are you talking about the archive? That's right. The archive has all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access
Let's
to.
go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. Back into the archive. This is going at a breakneck speed. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. The archive seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand, and went straight to a shelf in the back. Ah, here we go. He quickly returned with a file in hand. Thank you.
I see.
Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it? How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can speak French. Well, whatever. I read it for you, but I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. 100 times, isn't that kind of extreme? Oh, I thought he was actually reading it. Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group are all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they'd acquired. Some, however, believe there was a mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded.
What?
What is it? This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Yeah, Makoto is losing grip on what's happening. Well, it isn't. This is our reality, the only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it. The report said something about where the name of Fenrir comes from, right? That's right. It said Fenrir is the wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something instead related to that? To show that they are a member of a team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean... Mukuro Ikusaba's profile has been updated. Ooh, that's the thing on her hand, as I said. As I stipulated correctly.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us.
That's
Organisms, the earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until
Little
the
by
end.
little.
You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial. So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later!
Fine. Then the time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class
That's
trial.
right.
It would seem that way. Let's go. So, I will end the episode here. Next time I will fail at the class trial miserably again. So, I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to like, comment and subscribe. My name is Sleepy, and I hope you have a good night.